just like a fluke, not even accident, but I knew that I wanted to go somewhere. I just looked for the best price, and that was it.
Oh, did you go solo on that trip? Or
no, I went with my friend Claudia.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, we were there for like 2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks. So it was more of a shorter trip versus your more extended stays. Where you're going? Was there a certain event that made you go out there during the time frame that you go? Or?
No, we just picked a date, but it turned out that we were there at the end of Carnival.
Okay.
So we didn't get to go to like the parades, but we got to see like all the street parties and still, like people having fun all the time.
So what was that like? Just give us an example of like what that even at the end of it, I'm pretty sure it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, no, it was like people are literally. You're not supposed to drink like on the streets, but there's guys just pushing their little carts selling beer and stuff, cocktails, like just like the streets are filled.
Nice.
All dancing, like, somebody's got a speaker, everyone's dressed up, everyone's having fun. Yeah, I mean, I met a lot of people from a lot of different places because people from all over the world come in for Carnival. Rio is like the #1 or Carnival spot in the world. So,
What about in terms of food? Anything interesting in terms of food or a particular drink you like out there?
Caipirinhas is the national drink of Brazil. It's made with cachaça. It's kind of like a mojito, but without the mint.
Okay.
Super refreshing. My favorite thing. I love caipirinhas. I'm trying to think of what we did go to like steakhouses, which are pretty standard. They have a lot of street food, like just pastries and things like that you can buy. The fruit is really fresh, which is really nice. Probably like the first time that we went to the beach. It's very different than going to the beach here because in Brazil, if you have money, you can pretty much get what you want. So the first time we went to the beach, we walked up, there's like tents everywhere, big tents.
Okay.
And as soon as you get close enough, a little Brazilian man runs out to you like, do you need a chair? Sure. Do you want an umbrella? Okay. Did you need a cocktail? Oh, cool. So they'd put all these things out for us. There's people walking up and down the beach selling things. If you had $20 and you went to this beach, you could leave having had food, having had drinks, bought a bikini, bought a towel, maybe some souvenirs, got a henna tattoo, all for $20. I mean, if you're staying in Rio, you honestly don't need that much money. Because bottles of booze only cost me like $4.
Oh,
And food didn't cost very much. The most expensive, we were there for Valentine's Day, so we decided to kind of, go big. So the most expensive place that we could find for our entrees, appetizers, entrees, dessert, shots, coffee, expensive bottle of wine cost $175.
Oh.
That sounds right.
It doesn't sound bad at all, honestly.
No, and it was a beautiful, beautiful place.
Okay,
nice. Steak tartare was our appetizer.
Sitting down.
Bottles of wine.
You got your top hat going, you're tilted out like that.
Colombia, Ecuador, and Peru.
Which one of those places was the longest you stayed in?
Colombia. I was there for 6 weeks.
About 6 weeks?
Yeah.
And how was it out there in Colombia?
It is right now my favorite South American country. Definitely in the top favorite countries that I've ever been to.
Okay.
The food is good, albeit not spicy, which, whatever.
Okay.
Everything is cheap. The people are super friendly. I was in Medellin, which is central Colombia.
Okay.
It's called the City of Eternal Spring.
Okay.
So literally, you wake up, nobody needs air conditioners, it's 60 degrees. By 10 o'clock, it's in the mid-80s, so you can soak up some sun.
Okay.
And then by the time the sun goes down, it goes back to 60.
Nice. How would you compare that with your stay in Brazil? Was it a little bit more lax because of the time of the year that you were going, or what would you say?
Yes, it was definitely. I mean, I was there at around the same time, also around Carnival season, but Carnival's not so big in Medellin. But since I spent so much time just in that city, though I did get to travel outside a little bit, it was like living there, you know? Like I'd wake up, I'd go get my breakfast, like get a coffee, wander around and do whatever touristy things that I wanted to do, like hung out with whatever people I could find to hang out with, like, and then go out for drinks at night. Yeah, unless you're in like a super touristy part of town, there's not too many people that speak English, so knowing my like intermediate level definitely was helpful. But honestly, I made more friends that were not Colombian.
Okay.
So
More American European tourists that were in
yeah,
town.
other people that spoke English.
Okay.
I know I should have worked on that. Definitely need to be vigilant. It's not what it used to be. It's not like a super dangerous country anymore, but it's like crime of opportunity. So if you leave your cell phone out in the open, someone's going to take it.
Okay.
You just can't be stupid. They have this saying called "Don't give papaya," which means don't give them the opportunity to steal from you.
Okay.
That's honestly the only. I really never felt unsafe outside of like making sure that I knew where I was going and that I had everything.
So did you like when you're not even in South America or Europe? Did you kind of stay more in the tourist areas, or did you get a chance to even travel out to some of the more rural places?
I did. Colombia, I did. I got to go to like the coffee farm district or whatever. I went to I went to the coffee farms. That was cool. Got to go horseback riding and see everyone literally at work picking coffee. We hiked a bunch of mountains that are a couple hours outside of the city. I got to see the world's largest natural pyramid. That was pretty cool.
Okay, nice.
A lot of cows out there. So short answer is yes, I did see stuff outside. I was going out there because I wanted to improve my Spanish.
Okay.
And even though it did give me a lot of anxiety before I went to be going somewhere like that by myself for so long, I already knew that if I brought someone with me, then I definitely wouldn't get, I wouldn't be able to learn as much because I would be spending more time speaking English, and that's not what I want. Again, I did a lot of couch surfing stuff, but they have meetup groups and things, and there's also different parts of town where there's one park that's known for people just hanging out and drinking.
Okay.
And I know that some of the friends that I met while I was there had also met people there. So I mean, you just need to know where to look.
Okay.
It's readily available on the internet.
Nice. Wonders of the internet. Good or bad. So again, you mentioned the couch surfing thing. So is that something you did out there as well, and sometimes? Or
So I stayed in an Airbnb because I was going to be staying for so long.
Okay.
But I always use couch surfing to try to find meetup events so that I could just go and talk to other tourists and locals. So I also did some language exchanges, which is also how I met people.
Okay.
So
So what's a language exchange for?
So you you go with the intention of speaking both English and Spanish.
Okay.
So there are locals that want to learn English or practice their English, and me as an American, I want to practice my Spanish.
Okay. And so you guys just meet up, and I guess in exchange, you crash there. You guys.
There's it's usually at a hostel or a bar, or it was even at a language school, one of the ones that I went to. So everyone is just kind of there. Sometimes they have activities so that you can kind of break the ice and are forced to meet people.
Okay.
But otherwise, you sit with your beer and you walk up to someone hey, you wanna talk?
Want to chat it up? Nice.
I really would like to go to Tokyo in February. I would love to do the Tokyo Marathon.
Okay.
Spend some time in that part of Japan and then in others, and maybe South Korea while I'm out there.
Okay. Oh, that's right, because you are a runner. I mean, so how long? I guess we're going to go to a sidetrack more personal. So you said you mentioned Tokyo, I guess the marathon running. How long have you been running in general? Is that just a passion of yours, or?
I've been doing races since 2011, so not a super long time. But yeah, running always just makes me feel better. So.
What got you started with that? What made you interested in?
Initially, it was just for exercise, but then once I signed up for a race and I had to commit, I'm pushing myself harder and after you do one race and you see how easy it is to hit like 3 miles, you can just keep adding the miles and it still feels good.
Okay, nice. What's the longest race you've ran?
I've done 2 full marathons.
Oh, shit. Okay. In Chicago or a different
I
place?
did Chicago and New York. Normal stuff like what things are going to go wrong and how am I going to be able to solve them by myself.
Okay.
You know, like what's my backup plan?
Have you ever had issues with either like the airports or just like with hotel situations that you could think of that are just like very time consuming?
There was one time where we were gonna couch surf when I was in Italy. I was with a friend and the guy was kind of creepy, so we decided we shouldn't stay with him. So we were just like on the streets of Rome, like trying to find Wi-Fi so we could book a hotel somewhere.
Holy shit.
Yeah, you know. I mean, it was okay, but definitely in the moment, like standing outside of McDonald's trying to get the Wi-Fi so that we could book a shitty hotel for the night. When I was in Brazil, we went to Sao Paulo, which is like the the biggest like city.
Okay.
And we stayed with this super, super nice Brazilian man who like literally like gave us a tour of the city, like cooked for us at his home,
Oh, nice.
took us to like places that I would never find by myself. You know,
Okay.
like oh my god, everything about that trip was so wonderful. And just so many people are so generous when you give them the opportunity. It's really nice, and that's why I like couch surfing.
Okay, nice. Very nice. Well, I guess we're going to call it quits here. Thanks again for coming out. I really do appreciate your time.
No problem.
I guess goodbye for now, and I'll see you guys later.